Questions 11 through 20 on the 2015 Grade 7 Gauss Math Contest. At Gaussville School, a total of 480 students voted for their favorite subject. The results are summarized in the pie chart shown. How many students voted for math? 40%, 0.4 of the 480 students. That's how many voted for math. So you do that multiplication, and when you do, you get 192, and that's it. So number 11, the answer is B. A piece of paper is folded in half, creating 2 layers of paper. The paper is then folded in half again. This is continued until the paper has been folded in half a total of 5 times. Total number of layers of paper in the folded sheet is? Well, we have fold 1 all the way up until fold 5. When you fold the paper once, it makes 2 layers. When you fold it a second time, it doubles the number of layers, so 4. Then you double the number of layers with the next fold, 8. Doubling again and doubling again. And if you're not convinced of this, just take out a piece of paper and do this, and you'll see. So after 5 folds, we've made 32 layers. So number 12, the answer is B. How many even whole numbers between 1 and 99 are multiples of 5? All right, well, let's list them all first. And now the key is that there's got to be even. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's it. So number 13, the answer is C. In the 3 by 3 table shown, the numbers 1, 2, 3 are placed so that each number occurs only once in each row and only once in each column. The value of x plus y is. All right, so we got to fiddle around with this. Well, there's obviously going to be 2 and a 3 in those two, but which one is a 2 and which one is a 3? Well, I can't put the 3 here because that would be in the same column. So obviously the 3's got to go here. So this must be the 2. And then if you look at that column, there's only one number remaining, 1, so that goes there, right? Now if you look at this column, I've got the number 1 and the number 2 to place, but the number 1 can't go there because that would be 2 1s in the same row, so obviously the 1 has to go here, and therefore the 2 goes here. And now, in this row, obviously the y is a 3. So they want x plus y, and that is 1 plus 3, which is 4. So number 14, the answer is E. The rectangle shown, the area of the shaded region is. Area of shaded region, first calculate the total area, which is 5 times 12, that rectangle, and then subtract from it 2 of those triangles, and each triangle has an area of 1/2 base times height. They're the same. So the base is 2 and the height is 5. So this is the math. 60 minus 10, and that is 50. So the area of the shaded region is 50, and that means number 15, the answer is E. You have exactly $4.40 in quarters, dimes, and nickels. You have the same number of each type of coin. How many dimes do you have? So x quarters plus y dimes plus z nickels, and that equals 440 cents. But they're saying that x is equal to y is equal to z. So substitute that in. X times 25, that's the value of a quarter. Y is equal to x, so put in x. Dime is 10. Z is equal to x, so put in x, and a nickel is 5. So as you can see, this equation simplifies pretty quickly. Doing this math, we get 40x is equal to 440, and therefore x is equal to 11. So they want the number of dimes, and the number of dimes is here, it's y, and y is equal to x, and x is equal to 11. So number 16, the answer is B. One corner of a cube is cut off, creating a new triangular face, as shown. How many edges does this new solid have? Well, let's first draw in all the other sides, or edges, I should say. And that's pretty decent. And now, before we did any cuts, how many edges do we have? Well, any cube has 12 edges, right? You can easily figure that out. Now, when I did the cut, some of those are not affected. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 edges are completely unaffected. So 9 edges that remain the same. But then the other edges are affected with that cut. So now we just have to add those. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. And then these new ones, 4, 5, and 6. So we have plus 6 edges. And therefore 9 plus 6 is 15. So number 17, the answer is D. In the graph shown, which of the following represents the image of the line segment PQ after a reflection across the x-axis? Here's that x-axis, and we're reflecting. So P is 3 units above, so it's going to be 3 units below. Q is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units above, so it's going to be 6 units below. And the line that joins those two is T to U. So that is the reflection. Therefore, number 18, the answer is B. When expressed as a repeating decimal, the fraction 1/7 is written as 0.142857, The 6 digits 142857 continue to repeat. The digit in the third position to the right of the decimal point is 2. In which of the following positions to the right of the decimal point will there also be a 2? All right, so let's just write out a few. 142857. And then it repeats again. 142857. And I'll write it once more. 142857. So the 2 appears in what positions? Obviously the third position, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th position, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th position. So basically you're just going up by 6 every time. So the third position plus some multiple of 6 is going to be the position of that number 2. So they're saying which one of those is like this. And you can just do this in your head or on a calculator. Just type in 3 and then plus 6 and keep hitting return. Plus 6, plus 6, plus 6 like that. And when you do, and you'll see that when n is 20, this becomes 3 plus 6 times 20, which is 3 plus 120, which is 123. So the 123rd position will also be a 2. So number 19, the answer is C. In a triangle, the measure of one of the angles is 45. The measure of the other 2 angles in the triangle are in the ratio of 4 to 5. What is the measure of the largest angle of the triangle? So let's just draw some triangle. I don't know what it looks like, but let's just say, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it looks like. But one angle we know is 45 degrees. And the other 2 angles are in the ratio 4 to 5. So 4x and 5x. Well, as I'm sure you know, the sum of the angles of a triangle always add up to 180. So make that equation. And let's solve this. So this becomes 9x is equal to 135. And x, therefore, is 15. So now our angles are 45, 4x, and 5x. But we know x now, so 4 times 15 is 60, 5 times 15 is 75. So of these 3 angles, the largest one is 75. And therefore, number 20, the answer is C.